Okay. Hello everyone, welcome back to another news time. First off, I want to thank you guys for the very high view counts. There was a lot of videos that were made yesterday. I made quite a bit. My Alexis Lafreniere 3-year entry-level contract got 90 views, which is something I didn't expect. And then my Tyler Toffoli signing with the Montreal Canadiens, that got 200 views. And I thought to myself, I was like, wait a second, what? And I didn't think that would get too much views. I knew it would get a lot. I knew it would get more views than usual because a lot of our fan base. I want to say almost 25% are Habs fans. So I thought that signing would get more views, but and then the Alex Pietrangelo signing that got nearly 50 views, and then the Gudbranson signing, which I made today, which I didn't think would get a lot of views on its own because the fan base is really diverse, and I don't really. And ironically, even though I'm a fan of the Flyers, there's really not that many Flyers fans. So, I didn't expect that to get a ton of views. But, 22 views is pretty decent. I don't really care, but, it's still pretty decent in my numbers. So, anyways, we got a few pieces of news time here. It's been an interesting past couple of hours. With the Pietrangelo signing, a lot of other things have happened. And I do want to mention that right now. We may see a trade later today. If we don't see a trade later today, I'm going to be pretty shocked. Because, Vegas has got to get that cap back down to normal. And, they traded Schmidt, which took about $4 million off of their $7 million that they owe. And, they still have $3 million they got to pay off. I think maybe Martinez may be going in a trade potentially. Maybe even Pacioretty, because Pacioretty was almost dealt at the draft. They were really working the phones trying to get him to go somewhere. But excuse me, that didn't work out. So, I just want to mention that right now. There will likely be a trade with the Vegas Golden Knights, not in the very near future involving them. Just saying that right now. But anyways, we got news related to the Vegas Golden Knights anyways. Robin Lehner will be undergoing surgery on his shoulder. He'll likely be out for 4 months, which basically, to be honest with you, is basically right up to the beginning of the season. I think we know that Fleury and Lehner are going to be the goaltending tandem next season, which is great. I didn't want Fleury to be traded, and they actually did that, unlike Pittsburgh and Vancouver, because they were the ones that didn't listen to me. Stupid. And with Lehner, he's a great goaltender. Hope he does well in the surgery. He's been through a heck of a lot, so I know he can get through this. And I hope he goes through a successful surgery. So we got things based off here behind the Winnipeg Jets, and it's a very interesting thing. Jack Roslovic and Sami Niku, I say that name wrong a lot, are on the trade block. Roslovic was being shopped at the draft, I'm pretty sure, and Niku I haven't really heard much of. So I think Roslovic's a great center, great third liner. I think you could fit it in a lot of places. And Sami Niku's an upcoming player, so I think that those two players maybe throw them in a trade, maybe throw them to Vegas for I don't know, Martinez or something. Maybe that could be like a cap dump, I guess, kind of. But I think I gotta see what the cap is for those two guys though. So I doubt that they'll be trading for players though. Vegas, they'll likely be trading for picks. That's why Schmidt for a third was a reality. So I think you would expect to see that. But yeah, I can see Roslovic will likely be leaving. I don't think Niku will exactly go yet. I think he'll go at some point, but you know what I mean. Apparently the Boston Bruins are interested in defenseman Mackenzie Weegar. With Boston, how much they lost this season with Zdeno Chara. They lost Chara, they lost Krug, they lost a few defensemen that, were really helping out that core in that 2020 season. First place team. Sucks you lost all those guys. So, it would make sense if they went on and go sign Weegar because they need that good defense player. And, I think Weegar, even though it's not going to replace Chara or Krug, and let alone not even any of them. I think that Weegar will be a good addition to that Boston lineup. So I think that you could see a Mackenzie Weegar contract being offered within the next few days, to be honest. Andy Green. We're going to talk about Andy Green and the New York Islanders here real quick. So Andy Green is to be offered a contract. Now, Corey Schneider, he did get offered a contract last year. Makes sense, Igor Shesterkin. I get those goaltenders mixed up. Ilya Sorokin and Igor Shesterkin. I get them mixed up. So, Ilya Sorokin is not exactly ready. I think he's in the KHL, in fact. And, you need someone to back up Varlamov with Thomas Greiss going to Detroit. So, it makes sense that they brought in Schneider. And I thought Schneider played well towards the end of the season. I thought he was pretty healthy, too. So, I think that, if Schneider can play healthy, he's past his prime. But I think he can still be a solid goaltender. And here's another thing, yes. I know that Devontae's was traded, basically just to trade for picks. I think Colorado wins that trade. Islanders fans are pretty annoyed about it, but it is what it is, I guess. Another thing I have here is Johnny Boychuk is more than likely going to get traded. Boychuk was definitely getting shopped by the Islanders, and I was thinking, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, he's definitely going to get traded. I think that Boychuk just doesn't really fit in as much anymore with New York, and I think that, I've heard some people were saying that maybe he could go back to Boston for a 1-year deal. I'm like, I guess I could see that happening, but I'm not 100% sure if that would be the most realistic thing for Boston. But again, they do need that defense, so I think Boychuk could help out with that. Another thing here around Tim Stutzel. Tim Stutzel, recent Ottawa Senators draft pick, 3rd overall. He got injured. He had an injury with his arm. He's gonna be out 6 to 8 weeks. He's gonna have surgery, and he'll be back by the time the NHL season starts. But that's not good. So I hope best wishes to Stutzel and his undergoing surgery. I hope he goes through it. He can get through it like Leonard will. And there you go. This is the thing that I really want to discuss. So, forward Patrick Marleau has signed another contract. He signed a 1-year contract with the San Jose Sharks. He is just 45 games away from passing the all-time games record by Gordie Howe. And to be completely honest with you, I think he can do it. Even though we're likely going to have a shortened season, there's no way we're having an 82-game season. I'm sorry, it's almost impossible. If you want to get back to how the NHL actually is in like past years, you actually need to like shorten this season. Or if you make it a full 82 games, it's going to screw up for the next couple of years. So you really got so this season is definitely going to be shortened, maybe by maybe half the season's going to get wiped out. We may start, and that makes sense because they'll start January 1st, the second half of the season. And, I think that will work out. But, he has to get 46 games to pass the record. And this guy's just an absolute tank. Like, this man has been playing since, around 2007. He's been playing since I was born. And, or no, he's been playing longer than that. 2003. I think he came into the league after the lockout. I'll look up his statistics right now. But, with Patrick Marleau, the thing is with him is that, he is still a good player. I mean, people were going out for him, too. That's the amazing thing. Sorry, I'm looking up the statistics here. And, that's insane, because it's unbelievable. So, yeah, Patrick Marleau, he's literally 41 years old. I think only Chara is really above Patrick Marleau, to be honest with you. Alright, so he started off the season. He's been playing since the 90s. The late 90s. So, this man has been around for... Actually, he's been around for over 20 seasons. I think this is his 22nd season he's heading into, to be honest. And he's showing no signs of stopping. So I think you can maybe see him going for this season, maybe even a season after that too. But yeah, I think he's going to be... I think his career will be over by 2022. But I think that, he has a strong chance to overtake the record. The final piece of news that I have here is Brendan Gallagher. Now, the contracts, they were having contract negotiations. His agent and the Montreal Canadiens were having negotiations, and that ended up not going through, and they have broken off. Does that mean he's a free agent by 2021? Not necessarily. They could come back later, but that could mean it. And he still does have a 1-year. He still has a year left on his contract, so he's not leaving Montreal yet. But I think that you could be seeing him out of Montreal as soon as next season. So I think that. Heading into 2021, he's probably one of the biggest UFAs out there. So, yeah. I think that he may get offered a contract when they go back, if Montreal goes back and tries to go back for him. But I'm not 100% sure. So, yeah. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, do make sure to like it, the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 600 subscribers by the end of the year. We're a quarter of the way there. The view counts are going up. We're getting recognized, and we're doing pretty well. So, yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoy, do make sure to like it, the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 600 subscribers by the end of the year. Again, thank you for the constant support. This board's been unreal lately, and I'll see you guys in the next one.